Good afternoon, everyone. I am absolutely delighted to be here. And with the distinguished panel, I would like to solicit your help right now. If I am fortunate enough to be our next mayor, I would like to have access to each of y'all because you certainly bring tremendous credentials in areas that are very important to the city. This focus today on fiscal management and the various issues that we'll be discussing is critical to the city. And I got involved, as y'all all know, kind of backdoor into politics. I was in the broadcasting business, and it was only when City Hall didn't work so well for me 20 years ago that my life changed forever. I left the broadcast industry, started my own company, and spent a dozen years lobbying, never paid, but lobbying down at City Hall, and cared about issues all across the city. When I got elected in 2002, I knew I was going to be able to change an awful lot. There were issues, and many of which we'll be discussing today, that matter a lot to me, and I knew I could make tremendous changes. And what I found is that I couldn't, not as a city council person, that in order to really make the changes we needed, I would have to be the mayor. And so I am, therefore, running for mayor. Now, as I was a city councilwoman, and before that, I always have enlisted experts in whatever endeavor I am dealing in. If it's wastewater, I want wastewater engineers. If it is zoning, I want architects and builders and realtors to be involved. And so in financial analysis, I have got, several months ago, I enlisted a former chief financial officer of several banks to be an advisor to me, to look at over the CAFRAs, to look at some of the other information. So this was several months ago. Now, he responded back to me in the fall, and so in February, when Deloitte reported out to the Finance Executive Committee of City Council on the audit, the audit that they had done. I was not there, but he was. He was in the room, and he was reviewing and observing what was going on. What he said, he brought that audit to me the next day, and we went through it line by line. And what he said to me is that he had confidence in Jim Glass, our chief financial officer, that he thought he could get to the bottom of the challenges, the fiscal challenges that we have. So knowing that, when I received the questions, the sample questions a few days ago from the Committee for Campaign for Atlanta, I sent those on to him. And what he then did was to contact the city's finance department and ask them for government-wide financial statements. He wanted a statement of assets, statement of governmental activities, comparing March '09 to March '08. The answer that he was given should be of great concern to all of us. He was told that, yes, we had 9 months of budget versus actual expenses and revenues, but the expenses were only what had been put into the Oracle system, and it was, quote, not an accounting close. What that means is that we are not confident of the accuracy of the numbers. Still, the next thing that he said was, in order to get information, a 9-month analysis of the Department of Aviation or the Department of Watershed Management, that would have to be compiled. They'd have to start from scratch. Now, this is alarming to all of us who care about the fiscal viability of the city. So what he said, and this really is alarming, and I'm going to read this. The fact is, if we could fulfill your request, the city would probably not be in the dire financial situation it is in today. While we have made progress, it is still not at the point that a chief financial officer or any finance person might expect. So as we get started today, all of the information that I'm able to respond to you is with the caveat that we still don't have good numbers. Now, when I first got to City Hall, and then I will close and take questions. When I first got to City Hall, the first thing that was startling to me was that I did not get a monthly update of budget versus actual figures. I have to date not gotten a monthly update of budget versus actual. None of us can run our own personal accounts nor our businesses without knowing at the end of each month how much money came in and how much money was expended. So it has been a quest of mine to try to get good, accurate information. And what I have today is as good as I can get, but it is not accurate. So on that sober note, we shall start.